What's going on, everybody? This is MDENT313, and I'm back at you guys with another one. Listen, what I want to talk about today is the new queen pin of the WNBA, Napheesa Collier. And listen, she's been knocking on this MVP window. She's been knocking on the window and the door for the last 3 years, man. The last 3 years, it's been Aja Wilson and Napheesa Collier as the best two players in the WNBA. Well, I'm here to tell you, Napheesa Collier done kicked the door in, waving the 4-4. I ain't gonna hold you up. The Minnesota Lynx is 9-1. I know the New York Liberty is undefeated still, but Napheesa Collier been on an absolute tear, and it is a joy to watch as a basketball fan. Let me tell you something. What she did to the LA Sparks today was absolutely insane. I expected the game to be a lot more competitive, because you got their superstar guard and Rickea Jackson. She came back from an injury. She played last game, so I expected her to show up and show out. We know Kelsey Plum, who was an absolute superstar with the Las Vegas Aces. She's still in rare form, averaging 20 points and 4 assists a game. And her running mate, Dearica Hamby, power forward, been on an absolute tear, averaging 17 points, 8 or 9 rebounds a season. And I thought they would be able to do some damage to Minnesota. I didn't think they would win. But when I tell you, Napheesa Collier had almost 20 points in the first half. The Minnesota Lynx was up by 30 points. I think at halftime, it was something crazy, like 58-20, like 24-25 or something ridiculous. I mean, the defense was on full display. Napheesa Collier, she ended the game 13 for 16 from the field. 8 rebounds, 6 assists, a couple blocks. I mean, she was just absolutely unstoppable. She was on fire. She got help from her running mate, Courtney Williams. If I'm not mistaken, I believe she had either 17 or 19 points. She was 3 or 4 from the three-point line. Just absolutely ferocious out there, right? Now, I will admit, in the second half, the LA Sparks started to do a lot better. They started to heat up. Rickea Jackson, I think she had 18 points. She was on fire, hit 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Kelsey Plum, she was in her usual form. If I'm not mistaken, she had about 16 to 18 points. I believe she hit 3 or 4 three-pointers. I mean, she was absolutely sharp. Her usual 4 assists. Dearica Hamby, tonight, she was the weak link. Unfortunately, she had to guard Napheesa Collier, and she was out there helpless. But listen, she didn't do much in the first half, but she started to heat up a little bit in the second half. She finished the game with 10 points, 12 rebounds, so she was still productive. But in that first half, she got absolutely picked apart and picked on by Napheesa Collier. Listen, I got to tip my hat off to the Minnesota Lynx. I got to tip my hat off to that team, the coach. Listen, even Kayla McBride for the Minnesota Lynx, she's one of their heavy hitters, and she didn't have a particularly good game. She only had 4 points. She was like 0 for 7 from the three-point line. I mean, she was, and that's very uncharacteristic of Kayla to have a game like that. But my God, man, what they did to the Sparks was insane. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Napheesa Collier only had like 10 or 12 points in that second half, but they had done so much damage that they pretty much took their foot off the brakes. Still ended up winning the game by almost 30 points. I mean, they got some some good production off the bench. But my God, man, Napheesa Collier, man, I tip my hat off. I salute you. I don't know how you are managing a whole nother league outside of the WNBA. And when I say another league, I mean own and runs the league, as well as still a premier player in the WNBA. And she should be crowned as the best player in the WNBA, offensively and defensively. She might be the first player that, at least to my knowledge, I haven't been watching the WNBA very long, so please forgive my ignorance, but she may be the first player to win, that I know of, to win the MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year all in the same season. She is a monster. She is the queen pin of the WNBA. Salute to Napheesa and salute to the Minnesota Lynx. Y'all absolutely on fire right now. Love watching you guys play. I'm out. Peace.